And I know what you're thinking. I've came out of the house today looking like if President Zelensky managed to get a part-time job at Topgolf. It's got to pay for that war somehow, folks, you know what I mean? This is what it'd be looking like. I look like this because I come from a small town called Wishaw. Woo! And Wishaw now has a Next Outlet store, so look at the fucking quality of that, pal. £7 that cost me, £7, fucking brilliant. But the only problem is because of that, everybody in Wishaw now looks like this. We all look the same. Even the women. Chin strap beards, the lot. The line outside the nightclub on a Friday looks like a fucking Dagestani MMA team's turned up. And if you ever had the misfortune to drive through Wishaw, I wouldn't hold it against you if your first thought was, I didn't realise this place had such a thriving Amish community. But just like the Amish, us folk from Wishaw, we are seen as being behind the times. But the only electrical appliances that we truly fear, CCTV cameras. So this is the 2.5 Dads comedy show this afternoon. Everybody listen to 2.5 Dads on the Let's Have It podcast network. Just us, right, that's cool. So we're called 2.5 Dads because, well, me, Al and Ryan, we're all dads, but Ryan only sees his wains half of the time, so that's why we're called that. And it's St Patrick's Day, folks. As I said earlier on, St Patrick's Day, we are drinking. We're getting a drink for St Patrick's Day. Woohoo, yes. It's a bit weird for me to be promoting alcoholism, seeing as I'm 7 years sober. But it's not the first time I've done a gig on St Patrick's Day. Now, I done one a few years ago up in Perth. And that's, being sober, it was kind of weird for me to be on stage thinking, can you lot all start drinking so I can have a good time? So I don't know if you've ever been to Perth, but the place is fucking dour, right? It's not, you don't usually blame the audience if a show isn't going well, right? It's usually you blame yourself. It was the fucking audience that night, folks, I have to say. The MC was going around as they do, getting to know the front row. I've got an easy job tonight because I was fucking doing that. But on this front row there was 3 couples. 2 of them, the guy had proposed to his girlfriend and been rejected. The other one, the guy worked offshore and she liked it that way. Welcome to the stage, Stephen Johnson! Died in my hole for 15 fucking minutes. It was not the best experience of my life. A guy I know was putting a gig on more recently up there, and he said, do you want to come do my first week? I'm like, I would rather give myself testicular torsion and never go back to Perth to do a gig. But I don't need to go back to Perth ever again, because today is my last ever gig, folks. Aye, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. Like, a few folk have been saying to me, you know, think you'll miss it, Stephen? I'm like, what, having the heart rate of somebody that's just drank 3 flat whites and took a line of cocaine? I could fucking do without it. To be honest, but we're going to have some good fun today, folks. We've got a great lineup for you. But as I say, this show is all about being a dad. Right? Have we got any fathers in the audience? Well, you know what that means? It means that they're all doing a better job than we're doing. Look after our wains today. That's commendable. So you're like, I've got 2 kids. I'll tell you a wee story about them. This story was when they were the ages of 6 and 9, which is interesting because that's how they were conceived. And my youngest one, Jacob, right, he absolutely loves jam. Right, I seen this boy this day, he was eating like 4 jam sandwiches in a row. And my wife turned to him and said, Jacob, what do you love more, mummy or jam? And he went, mummy. I'm like, that's cute, folks, isn't it? Yeah, we are. It's lovely, isn't it? My wife looked all happy, and I thought to myself, I could do with that dopamine release. I've had a hard shift at my work this week. I'll ask the wee man, Jacob, who do you love more, daddy or jam? Jam. No hesitation for the wee man. Only one winner on his mind. So reeling for this, I turned to my oldest son, Max, right? So Max is 9 at the time, he was going through an autism diagnosis. He's a really deep thinker. I said to him, Max, who do you love more, daddy or jam? And he thought for a wee moment. And then he said to me, do you know what, Dad? I don't think I've ever had jam. Couldn't just say daddy. No. More evidence is required for that conundrum. But it's not even the things that you like the things your kids say and all that. It's just being a dad. I worry about having to give you fatherly advice. right, when they get a wee bit older. Because my dad's shite at it, right? So, if I've anything to go by, I'll give you an example. Right, a couple of years ago, I put a couple of £100 into cryptocurrency. You're thinking, an Amish crypto investor, I fucking heard it all now. But, so I put a couple of £100 in, and my dad said to me, son, that's not a good sound investment. That's a bad, you've threw your money away there, you should put them in premium bonds. I put £100 in premium bonds in 1975, and I'll tell you what, still worth £100 a day. That's not a fucking good investment, that. If you'd put that £100 into fucking Apple, maybe you wouldn't have been worried about getting missold an endowment mortgage. Twice. I fucking worry for my wages on a day, but that's why I'm not having any more, because I'm now the proud owner of a clear vasectomy! Baby free since 2023, that's what I call it. It's done wonders for me and my wife's sex life, son of his. So much so, she said to me, she said, Stephen, do you think we should get some toys for the bedroom? I was shocked, folks. So I'd been married to my wife for 13 years by this point. Never once did I think she'd want to see my Warhammer models in the bedroom. It's the fucking last thing you want to see and you're getting down a bit shagging, isn't it, man? 10,000 points of orcs staring at you. It's not getting your missus wet, is it? I don't care how well you've painted them. Never once has my wife said to me, oh Stephen, go and tell me again about how you spent 4.5 hours edge highlighting that wee Gaskell Thraker model. That's the kind of dirty talk that would work on me, right? Anytime I think about how well I painted that wee guy, I'll fucking tell you, I'm like that. Right, so folks, we've got a great lineup of comics for you today. We're ready for our first act? Our first act is not me? Yes, right. Right, let's make a clap and a cheer. Right, let's see how good you are at clapping and cheering. Can we start for this side? Start some claps, more claps, clap, 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 there we go, everybody's getting the clap. Right, folks, welcome to the stage. Your first act is the fantastic Ryan McCready! How you all doing, folks? So yes, I'm Ryan McCready. Some of you may well know. I'll start by telling you a bit about myself. 23, grew up in a Catholic school, so my pronouns are he, him. Aye. But I'm a father, as this show intends. I'm a father, I've got 2 lovely, beautiful boys. I hope so, I've changed my name and phone number. No, I do love my boys, I do. But even though I've got 2 boys, I've only ever been to 1 birth, right? That's because the first one isn't my fault. Right? It's not biologically mine. It's another bit of the half-dad, right? But aye, I've only ever been to a birth. It's a horrible experience, right? It's absolutely, it's like putting a meatball sub through a leather box, right? But it's a horrible experience. And I started at Afrang when I walked in and went to the midwife, I'm going to get any blood in my good Borussia Dortmund tap, right? I was instantly hated. But it was a lot of screaming, blood, whitey, wee bit of sweet, and a lot of hand holding, right? And I don't quite know how she handled it. But being at the birth, because we had the birth of the youngest son, I was there. When I was staying with my now ex-girlfriend, we moved our oldest son for a cot into a bed, right? And I never really thought much about it, standard thing. But what I wasn't prepared for, because I quite like a baby, right? And so I went out one night, we moved the oldest into the bed, we moved the youngest into the cot. I'm like, great, I'll go out, get smashed, and I'll wake up rough as fuck. But the bed doesn't have walls, like the cot does, right? So, 7 o'clock in the morning, I've come in the night before, rough as toast with a kebab in my hand, and she's made me sleep on the couch. As she usually does. But, so, what my oldest decided to do is get up 7 o'clock sharp and go, I know what I'm going to do. So he's went into the fridge, into the drawer, get a fruit shoot, and he's like, I'm going to lamp my rough as fuck dad with this. Right,
So that's him up, fucking, both fruit shoot to the fucking skull, right? And he's up and he's jumping on me and he's had daddy come play with me singing hickory dickory dock, oh come do this, come do that, and I'm fighting away to the only thing I can think to say is you're not even fucking mine. I'm glad this is getting recorded because I'll see them less. But being a father, it's an odd experience, right? Because I always thought I'd be a good father and I'd love my kids, but I've got very bad traits of being a father. I've got no patience. I will easily bend every spin in my house trying to claw into a Ben Jerry's cookie dough. I will also roast the roof of my mouth on a fucking Chicago town pizza. I like it cool. But I've got no regard for my own health and safety either. Like, I will jump off anything or just do stupid shit and end up with cuts in my hands and fucking bruises all up and down, mate. I'm 23 years of age and I'm covered in bruises. Right, more than my toddler is. Right, and I'll easily pick the two kids up, fling them across the room onto the couch, and I'd say, they like it, and they're crying, and they like it. And as I say, I like a drink. But there's nothing worse than trying to explain to somebody that you like a drink because you like the taste of beer. Because the more you tell somebody, I'm only drinking because I like the taste of beer, the more they're going, alcoholic. Right? No, Jenny, I like the taste of it. And they're like, no, you're just an alcoholic, Ryan. No, the 0% alcohol's not the same. But it's made me look on my relationship with my father, right? Because me and my father don't get on, right? I know he loves and cares about me, and I love and care about him too, right? But it's been hard because we clash, we're far too similar, right? And we're both wankers. It's the best way I can describe it, we clash. But that means I think about my dad in a strange way, where he works with the water boat, so he works with Scottish Water, so I'll just see a Scottish Water van drive by, I miss my dad. And I'll see somebody drinking Buckfast, which was his drink of choice, and I'll go, I should phone him. And he'll be watching the Fitbit, and I'll just be like, I really want to just watch a Fitbit with my dad. The only difference is, between him and my ex, is I didn't fuck him. Nah. I love my father, I do, I love him. But as I say, I split up with the mother of my children, and the only way I can describe mine and her relationship right now is like the Israel-Palestine conflict. I know what you're thinking, just wait a minute. So, Israel puts Palestine under oppression and then plays a fucking victim, right? This has got to sound like a mental breakdown, right? But she stops me seeing the kids. I'm an arsehole for not seeing my kids. My mum tells me I'm an arsehole. I don't speak to her. But the only difference is when you form Hamas and try to bomb her street, you're the dickhead. Nah, but it's weird being single and being a father. I'm on Tinder, empty on Tinder. Aye, boyfriends don't let my girlfriend know there. But I'm on Tinder, right? It's fucking strange, right? It's a fucking job application now. Right? You need to enter in all this shit information like a star sign. Who in here believes the star signs? Good, it's a clever crowd then. I can't explain how much I hate star signs. Just because the moon's in retrograde doesn't mean you get to be a dick. Right? It's thick thinking. But it's also smoking. Now the options are never, often, socially. Right? What does that even mean? Socially just means you're that guy in a smoking area. Alright big man. Alright Wednesday, you get a spare 5 on you. I conveniently a day, because I smoke 19 a day. Fuck off. I became that guy, I'm a vapist. No, but it gives you the same for drinking. Never, often, socially. And I don't fall into any of the categories because 3 to 4 times a week I'll just get drunk and message every bub on my Snapchat, right? Where do I go with that? Nah, but it's strange, especially when you bring your friends into your kid's life, because I've got strange friends. One of my friends is a lorry driver, so that means he drives lorries. He was staying out in his lorry for the first time, right? And he was staying a wee lay-by in Moffat, if that wasn't dodgy enough, right? But he was staying a wee lay-by in Moffat, and I phoned him, right? I was on the train to a gig, and I phoned him, and I'll check in on him. I'm like, you enjoying yourself? Ah, it's alright. He says, no, you having fun? And he's like, no, I've got Netflix and that. I says, look, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Have you had a fucking wank yet? Right, because, wee big man. See, if you were in that lorry, right, the minute the curtains are early windies, what's the first thing you're doing?
I think you know I'm a bit of ice here for a second.
You're getting your willy out, right? It's the first thing I do. I strip bollycoat and I just sit. Because of course you would. It's another experience. But it was what he said to me that fucking boggled my mind was, I need to drive this thing tomorrow. Right? I'm not asking you to redecorate the walls with fucking sperm here. But I've got another mate, he's even weirder, man. I know I was maybe the weird person in that story. They're the weird person. What a fucking show. But this guy is weird because he got caught with downloaded granny porn on his phone. His excuse was he doesn't get internet at his gran's. That's it. Like, what's happening there is, he's sitting in his gran's with the internet, staying there, and what he decides to do is, right, Gran, they're sitting watching Murder She Wrote or whatever, right, Gran, I'm way up the stair to knock one out to one of your pals you'd fisted. But why? Why? Who downloads porn anymore? So I think I'll bring my set to a close here with one last embarrassing story about myself. He's all ready for it? Woo. So, when I was 16, there was this app that came out around about the time as Tinder. It was called Yellow. And you linked up your Snapchat with it, and you used to talk to people. And I was talking to what birds filtering down the country, larks, falcon, air, with £1.40 in my bank as if I've got to go and meet them. So I was on this, and I was talking to women for a couple of weeks, and then it would die off, and then you would talk to somebody else, and then it would die off. I was telling my mates about it, I'm like, you should go on this. Brilliant, a couple of my mates picked up on it, and it had been on for a wee while longer. And then one day it changed. I fell in love. You won't be saying that in a minute. I fell in love with Sophie, right? No, you Sophie, I know Sophie. Right? I realised I'd done that and I'm like, no. No, but I fell in love with this lass, Sophie, right? We were talking for ages, it was like 6-7 weeks, day and night, non-stop. We planned to meet up, we were going to go into Glasgow, I was going to take her for a dinner. Hopefully it was a meal deal, I'd fuck all money. Right? So, anyway, it goes on, and one day it gets a bit racy, a wee bit saucy, and I sent a photo that can only be described as less than average, right? But the photo I got back was of my mate fucking Sean in his gaming chair. For 6 weeks, this motherfucker catfished me. And now, he had a group chat called Operation Fat Fish. Sending the text, sending the photos, keep them all updated. Send a photo to me, added me in the group chat. So that's my life, folks, and that's how I found out my mate a tight arsehole. Thanks for that.
One more time for Ryan McCready! Yeah, oh, that makes it fast. Aye. Well, hey, I don't know, who was filming that stuff for Let's Have It the other day there when you were up at the Miss World thingy, Miss Scotland for air? Because I'm lucky it wasn't Ryan, because he wouldn't have got that shot when it was going up the stairs, because his pants would have been around his fucking ankle. So, aye, I'll tell you a wee bit there about me. It's like with the whole vasectomy story. I did get the fucking toys off the internet by the way, mate. It's good, man. I went on to the Love Honey. I got this wee thing, man. It's like a wee tongue thing, a wee vibrating tongue you put in your finger, right? It's got 5 speeds, 19 modes, half price. Buy now, because you know they Warhammer models, they're not cheap, you know what I mean? I was a wee bit nervous about it, right? Because the only other time I'd had like a wee kind of contraption like that, I bought it out of a Tenerife toilet, you know what I mean? Like, it was a holiday. You know, I fucking ripped the thing off at the base on it then, so I was a wee bit nervous. And then, when the thing arrived, it was like 5 speeds. We've never had it past the first one. See if I turned that thing all the way up to 5, I'd be chasing my missus all around the house with it. Like, she's up the fucking ceiling like the Exorcist. You alright up there, then? What's the safe word? Yeah, mother sucks cocks in hell! Well, that was the it, but I'll turn it down a wee bit. Fuck's sake. Should have put a wee microfiber cloth in your back there to get the dusting done over. I'm going to play a wee song. He's up for that. Let's see. I gotta make sure I've got all my stuff. This is why I'm not doing comedy anymore. I need to fucking bring everything with you. Fucking nightmare. Well, I'll just tell jokes. That'll be fucking easy, won't it? Yes, here we go. We've got some sound. Right. So, I might as well ask you. Good job I had that microphone on under here, wasn't it? Otherwise, nobody would have fucking heard. Oh, okay, that makes sense to everybody. 2 minutes ago. Anyway, right, so this first song is about a story I read in the paper. You might have heard about it. It was about this wee guy, right? He was 2 years old, but he was the size of a 5-year-old. Right? They didn't know what was happening with him, man. The parents were confused. They were wondering what was going on. They decided to take him to the doctors when he grew pubes. Right? This is a true story, by the way, right? And what they done, the doctors were baffled. They didn't know what was going on with the wee guy. And then they realised that looking at the father's records, he was on testosterone replacement therapy. So he was putting testosterone gel on his arms, doing the skin to skin with the vein. All the testosterone's going into the vein, and the veins fucking grew at a massive size. The bit in the paper said that at 2 years old he was having massive sustained erections. Yes. A thing you would never expect to see, a good quality newspaper that must have came from it. So I don't know what the wee guy's called, because it got me thinking, what's it going to be like by the time this wee guy hits school? It's going to be a fucking tank, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely massive. So I don't know his name. I wouldn't dox the wee guy anyway, so I wrote a song. It's called Little Jamie, the Testosterone Baby. It's basically just Mustang Sally, folks, isn't it? Sorry I'm late for school. I was in the bar last night playing 8-ball pool. She said, hey little Jamie, you're only 5 years old. Well miss, I've got the penis slant of a man, I've been told. My dad gave me skin to skin when testosterone gel. 5 years old working night shift, stacking Tesco shelves. Seen you around. You like my Minecraft lunchbox and my mustache so profound. She said, hey little Jamie, there's nothing little about you. Well that's cause I've been 6 foot tall since I was primary 2. My classmates are afraid of me. We haven't played in a while. When they see me at the swing park, they assume I'm a pedophile. Is a marvelous invention. By the time I'm 6 years old, I'll be pulling my state pension. Hey little Jamie, you wear size 15 shoes. Buy strength for the local young team, never ride deep for booze. Expand from every subway, never deal with Wexeter. The only toddler ever put on the sex offenders register. I'll play you one more, right up for that. Woo! Who's any conspiracy theories in this room? We're in the basement, come on folks, it's safe space. Shout them out, what's your favourite conspiracy? Shout them out.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real, yes! We got a nut job in the corner over here. Anybody else get any other ones? No, just one conspiracy fan who's got something to do. I'll tell you my favourite conspiracy theory is that Bill Hicks is actually Alex Jones in disguise. That's my favourite conspiracy theory. The reason it's my favourite is because it's the only one I've ever seen Alex Jones try and dispute. But if you're into conspiracy theories, you'll have heard of the guy David Icke. Right, we all heard of David Icke. He was known for wearing a shell suit in BBC, that was his biggest crime. So, primetime TV, but so he gets a bad name for it because he's not right, but like, some of the stuff he came out with at the beginning of his kind of conspiracy career now have like actual scientists debating if it's real, and that's fucking terrifying, to be perfectly honest. So I've wrote a song about it, it's called David Icke Was Right All Along. Everybody laughed at shell suit wearing David Icke. For all his conspiracy mongering, he was told to take a hike. Cause he thought the Queen was a shape-shifting lizard who eats babies every night. And it's worrying to think he might actually be right. You might ask what leads me to this worrying state of mind. Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking conducting experiments to find if we really lived in a simulation, right? Said this long ago, but if he was right about that, then what else does he know? So if this is all true, then you're not really you. An alien controls you from a parallel dimension, and everything you thought was free will turns out it's not. You're actually a very well designed sentient robot. And this opens up a lot of questions as we'll see. What console are we playing on, cause the graphics look like PC? And what self-respecting alien has chosen to play as me? Do I live in Scotland cause it's too cheap to buy the DLC? Who opens up a can of worms around about? Is there a God? Some intergalactic programmer with such knowledge vast and broad. But if you're anything like me, you'll believe this all true. All I'm saying is Musk and Hawking have a higher IQ than me and you, so this is definitely true. That you're not really you. An alien controls you from a parallel dimension, and everything you thought was free will turns out it's not. You're actually a very well designed sentient robot. And if you believe any of that, did you think the Earth was flat? Did you he was killed by the CIA and mob and 9/11 was an inside job? And coronavirus was caused by 5G signals, did you know? And the moon landings never happened, they were faked in a Hollywood studio. Right, so that has become the end of my portion of the show, folks. We're going to get right on to the headline of this show. We're ready to put some fucking hands together again, folks. Let's get some clapping and cheering. Make some noise. Welcome to the stage, fantastic Al Thompson.
Thanks for stopping just before I get to the stage. It's always really awkward having to walk up taking the 2 seconds of silence. Give it up for Stephen Youngson! His last ever gift. So, I'm going to start this off by addressing the elephant in the room, which is unfortunately me. And there are a few things you can't really do at this size, like run a marathon, pole vault, get out of a bath. Or is that thing they do in gangster films where they lift up their t-shirt to threaten somebody that they've got a gun on them? If I had to do it, they wouldn't be able to see the gun for the overhang. You'd think I was threatening them with diabetes. But yeah, I've always struggled with weight, so I did join a gym recently.
Well done.
Well, I say recently, but it was about 5 years ago, but I see what was stuck as a before picture. And I knew I had to join the gym, and I got both my ears pierced. And got the nickname of Fat Butcher. Or when I was outside playing with my oldest daughter, and she handed me a hula hoop to play with, and it fit. But as I say, I have always struggled with my weight, and when I was younger, my mum did send me to a fat camp. But sports day was shite, we all got picked last. But yeah, I thought to myself, right, if I'm going to join this gym, then I need to take it seriously. So I got myself a PT, which is a personal trainer for those of you that don't go to the gym like myself. And he says, what I want you to do is, I want you to write out like a food diary, like show us what it is that you eat, and then we can kind of take it from there. So I did, I thought, right, I'm going to take this seriously, I'm not going to lie to the boy. So I wrote down everything that I ate during the week, and he said it looked as if I ate like I was in death row. And he says, no, you can't be eating things like this. What you need to be eating is things like chopped chicken, and kale, and avocado. So I thought, right, let's do this, let's take it seriously. So I went to the supermarket with my chopped chicken and my kale and my avocado and took it up to the till. And my bank cancelled my card because they thought it was fraud. And he said to me, what part of your body is it that you want to work on? Like, is it your back or your arms or your legs? And I said, if you just make my hands big enough so they can't fit into a tube of Pringles. Yeah. So when I do, what I used to do with my diet is I would, so I used to match up what I was eating to the colour of my t-shirt. So what I would do is, if I was having spaghetti bolognese, I can't do this. If I was having spaghetti bolognese, that's better. I would wear a red t-shirt, so you wouldn't see the stains when I spilt it, because I'm a very messy eater. And if there's a lot of food, there's more chance they can do it. If I was wearing a white t-shirt, that would mean I would be having like carbonara and stuff like that. But just stay up my road when I'm wearing this t-shirt. No, a prop comic. But yeah, I was on the train today, and there was an announcement done over the tannoy. It says, if you see something that doesn't look right, then please report it. And I was reported 3 times. But I do usually drive, and there is an advert, or it was on the telly, that says, drive as if your grand's in the car. Do you remember that one? Come on! Yeah, you all remember it, don't you? You're going to fucking love this. So there was an advert on the telly that says drive as if your grand's in the car. And I think that is a really good sentiment if your gran is still alive. But my gran's been dead for 6 years, so I just drive around screaming and crying, spraying air freshener. Any like impressions? Woo! Right, because I've got 2. Right. So, I usually remember. Remember the X Factor? There was a guy that used to read out the names in the X Factor. And one year there was a woman called Rachel Adedeji, and this is him introducing Rachel Adedeji. Rachel Adedeji! And my second impression is, this one's a bit loud, so I do apologise. This is a dog getting its tail stepped on. So those are my impressions. This is a really nice place. The first time I've ever been here, and it's really nice. Like you don't usually get to gig in as nice places as this. Like the last place I was in. It was a bit of a dive, and I went into the toilet, and it says on the toilet wall, please only flush toilet paper. So I shat in the sink. And I always find it weird when you're in the toilet with somebody else, and not like that, George Michael stuff, but like R.I.P. And the both of you are using the toilet at the same time, and then you both end up washing your hands at the same time, and you don't want to be the first one to finish. So you end up washing up your arms and dipping your feet in the sink so you know the first one out. I think that's just me that thinks that, but and I feel as if we've got to know each other during this past, what feels like 25 minutes. So I'm going to let you into a secret. So unfortunately I do suffer from premature ejaculation.
Oh.
Thanks. Like I was having sex with my wife the other night, and I was about to finish, and I says to her, you know, where do you want my stuff? And she said, preferably inside you for another 20 minutes. But yeah, like Stevie, I was going to get myself a vasectomy, but I just started taking antidepressants instead. You must be awfully happy because you can't come on antidepressants. And obviously I don't know, I'm guessing not a lot of you are on antidepressants in here. Just me and Stevie with the sounds of it. The comedians, that's weird, isn't it? But the day after I got my antidepressants, I lost them. So I had to phone my doctor and say, right, I know I'm depressed and you just gave me 28 pills yesterday. Do you fancy giving me another 28 pills? I'd have been as well as asking me to come and chuck a fucking toaster in the bath with me. I'm going to address some here. I don't think it really affects anything in here, no. But I'm going to address what I like to call a specademic. So this is going to do with people wearing glasses. This is people who are specky. So if you wear glasses, this isn't directed at you because you can be specky without wearing glasses. For example, being specky is collecting plastic cups at festivals. Specky. Sitting in your allocated seat at an away game. Specky. What else we got? Taking the minus offer in the chase. Know what I mean now? And when you ask somebody what kind of music to listen to and they say I prefer podcasts. Probably not the best room to do that show. Do you want to hear the first joke I ever wrote in my life?
Woo!
I call him Michael Tyson because I don't know him that well. Thankfully I went uphill for there. Though I still really like that, so that was for Stevie because it's his last gig. I've noticed as well that I read a lot of kind of like news stories and stuff like that, and at the minute there's people going mental because they're now selling like Greggs and stuff. It's like gingerbread people instead of gingerbread men, and people are going fucking mental about it. And they're saying, why is it not called fucking a gingerbread man? Why isn't it be gingerbread people? And I kind of get where they're coming from because I always thought the best part of the gingerbread man was the penis. And my comedy, I'm going to say career, you can't say career, can you know? It's gone pretty, fuck it, it's getting filmed. It's gone pretty well. Like, I recently got booked to do a rugby show, a show in a rugby club. And they wanted me to do like 50 minutes, and I thought, I've really only got 25 minutes of material. But I'll just tell the same jokes twice, they'll not remember. It's a joke about CTE. So I'm useless at fixing things. Like I can't do anything round about the house or anything like that. And so I moved into my house and I've got pals who can do stuff. So I had a pal that was a plumber. You know, I had a pal that was like a joiner, and a pal that was something else in the house. And after they were done, like they fixed up my house brilliant and stuff like that, and I thought, right, I'll take you out for a pint, you know what I mean, we'll get down to the pint. So I walked into a pub with the three of them, and they started playing YMCA by the Village People. I thought that joke was stupid, and I'd never done it for ages, but yeah, it still is stupid. But I've got a wife, with two kids. They both of them are mine. And they're no twins, so my whole more than once. But it was difficult for me to find a wife. You know, I know it's hard to believe, but like girls used to treat me like a fantasy football team. You know, like they'd be interested in me for a week and then forget all about me. But no, I met my wife in Asda. Both of us worked in Asda, and as I said, we've got 2 kids. So I think Gail, which is my wife's name, should have probably said that, should be in a Navy SEALs advert. You know, she was born in Motherwell but made under Al Thompson. Just to be under me for any length of time. I mean, it's long. But yeah, so we've got 2 kids, and we've got 2 girls. So you know, it's quite hard in the world to be a woman, I imagine. Yeah, and so I'm trying to kind of build them up and say, like, you can be anything you want to be. Like the other week in the Champions League, there was a female referee. So that's great to see, you know, the refereeing the man's game and stuff like that. But there was an incident during the game where the referee had booked a player, and he says to her, "What are you booking me for?" And she says, "See, if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you." But yeah, as I say, I've got 2 kids. So, but before I became a dad, I thought, you know, I'm going to get down on the floor, I'm going to play with them, I'm going to build Lego and stuff. And then they get here and you just cannot be arsed. You just end up shoving my oldest into a room with an iPad to watch YouTube. But it has backfired a bit because now she's telling me that George Bush done 9/11 and the Queen was a lizard. Kind of statement, Stevie's. We should have probably discussed this in the show, but no, we're alright. And then before we became parents, me and my wife, we used to watch all these kind of true crime documentaries. Yeah. And it was all these episodes of folk killing Waynes and stuff like that, and you're thinking, how can anybody do that? And then my second Wayne doesn't sleep for 11 months. So we rewatched them for tips. But no, I'm going to end with this story. So my the birth of my second Wayne was really quite kind of traumatic. So I apologise for ending a bit of a downer, but my wife had went in for the first Wayne. She was in labour, or it started on Wednesday, and we had the Wayne on Saturday. Fuck me. So we went in for the second one, and we just thought, nah, we'll just go for the C-section straight away. We'll not bother with all this carry on and balloons and all these different things. Well, no, she's enough balloons with me. I'm a balloon. Anyway. So we went in and we says, right, this is what we're doing. We'll be booked in for this day. This is when it's all happening. So we thought, right, this will be much easier. So we went in, and I was sitting on the seats that you get in the room when you're having Waynes. What do you call that? Anyway, shaped like this, and I was sitting down on it, and she was in the bed and stuff. And I'm like, this is fucking good, man. And then the surgeon came in and says, right, is everybody comfortable? And I said, well, this chair could be a bit more comfortable. I've never seen a guy stare through me as much in all my life. And then they took my wife through into the theatre, right? And I was waiting about, and then they came and got me in 10 minutes, and I was all kind of dressed up. I had a wee bag for my beard, and took me in, and she was all set up, and they were all ready to kind of cut her open and things like that. So they cut her open, took the Wayne out, handed me the Wayne. I was sitting there holding it, and I'm like, this is, I don't know if anybody's parents in here, there's no feeling like holding your Wayne for the first time. So I was just holding my Wayne, and I'm like, this is brilliant. And then like 10 minutes passed, and more surgeons came in the room to look at Yale and stuff like that, and thought, right, that's what never happened the first time. And then 10 minutes later, more surgeons and nurses come in, and then a nurse came up to me and says, listen, we'll just go into the other room if you just want to leave. So I put my Wayne down and went into the other room, and I thought, nah, there's something right here. I was getting kind of pushed out the room. And I was just in this other room with me and my Wayne, and I was like holding her, and I was thinking, like, this could be it, you know, it could just be me and you. I've not got a clue what's happening with you and your sister. That could be us, you know, because I thought to myself, like, Gail, I can't really do anything without Gail, stuff like that, and like my ex could do hunters without me, like have sex, for example. But no, I was sitting in that room, and you know, all these different things were going through my head, and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do if anything happens here. And 20 minutes passed, it felt like 3 hours, and Gail got rolled in, and there was like nurses and surgeons coming in, they were waiting their brows and stuff like that, and just gave me kind of thumbs up that she was alright, but she was sleeping. And then the woman with the food came in, and she says, well, she can have this when she wakes up and stuff. And left my wedding down, and went and looked at Gail, everybody else had left. I was just looking at her, and kind of 3 things went through my head, like number 1, how beautiful she is, like number 2, how strong she is, and number 3, there's no way she's eating that apple crumble. So after about 5 minutes, the surgeon came in to the room, and he says to me, he's like, can I speak to you outside? He's like, oh, that's good, she's ate her apple crumble. I know, custard off my beard. I went outside to speak to him, and he says, Mr. Thompson, you've got no idea like how lucky you are that I'm the most experienced surgeon here. If it wasn't for me, your wife might not have made it. You know, and just everyone was flying through me again, and just started to panic and worry. He says to me, Mr. Thompson, your wife's insides are completely ruined. I was like, fucking too right, my man. So that's us. I'd just like to talk about Stephen Youngson for a wee while, if that's alright.
You thumped your mic up.
Oh, you're making sure it's turning now, Stevie. Stevie has been one of my good pals for I pretty much started comedy. I'm sure Ryan can agree as well. He's one of the good guys. There's a lot of knobs. I don't know if you've heard the name Kyle Samuel before. But there are a lot of dicks, but Stevie has been a really, really good pal to both me and me and Ryan, and we're going to miss him doing stand-up because we think that he is, as you can all agree, he's really fucking good. He's really good at what he does, and he's a really good pal. So if you can all put your hands together for Stephen Youngson. Thanks, Steve. See you there.